Hey, everybody, I'm here to talk to you about what you can expect in the spring summer Connecticut real estate market. So, three main things to keep in mind. Number one, hyper focus on the local real estate market that you're in. Don't get distracted with everything that's going on in the national news and the headlines, because sometimes, and a lot of the time, like our Northeast area, we are seeing different statistics and different things happening than the rest of the country. That's the first thought. Second thing is inventory is at an all-time low, and that is why we're seeing such a demand, and that's also why we saw such a low amount of sales in the last couple of years, like 20, 30-year lows in the amount of sales that we've had because inventory is low. Why is inventory low? Inventory is mainly low because of all the sales we had in 2021 and 2022, and because of a lot of people who are living in their homes with locked in long term, really low interest rates, wanting to move, wanting to cash out, but not sure where they're looking to go. So we're seeing a lot of Hubbard clauses. That basically means that that seller has got to be able to sell before they can buy something else. So they're writing that into their contracts. Rates are higher than they have been. So no seller really wants to come out of our 2.7 rate to go into a 7 rate. So that creates this gridlock. Do I think interest rates are going to go down in the spring, summer of 2025? I do, but I don't think we're going anywhere near pre-pandemic levels. So sitting on the sidelines waiting for that to happen is really not possible. It will not happen. They're not going to go down that low. Rates will creep down a little bit because mainly economic factors. That's what will drive interest rates down. If the Fed feels like they have pressure to drive these rates down because of economic issues like job loss, like tariff issues, like problems with the economy, they will try to offset that by lowering interest rates. But having this pretty stable interest rate sitting in that 6 range is not a bad thing. It kind of keeps everything calm. It gives buyers and sellers a little bit more of a plateau feel and a calm feel so they know what to expect. So this part is all about the buyers out there. And we talked about this on the rates. If you're a buyer and you've been sitting on the sidelines the last couple of years because you're waiting for these rates to come down and you're really looking for that deal, the rates are really not going to come down very much. And again, that can be a good thing because you can feel a little bit more comfortable with them not flying down right after you buy and getting this big buyer's remorse feeling. So, if you're a buyer out there and you're looking in the spring, summer to purchase a property, will you see more inventory? Yes. Inventory will rise like it always does in the spring, summer as the flowers come out. Okay. The grass is green, the pools get open. And what happens is people feel like taking photos of their houses now because they spent a lot of money in 21 and 22 and 23 and 24 mulching and gardening and putting new pools in and all that stuff. And they want to show that stuff off if they're going to be selling the property. The flowers bloom, the grass is green, the pools get open. Sellers want to put their properties on more in the spring, summer because of the landscaping. They spent a lot of money in 21, 22, 23, 24 putting those pools in, doing all that landscaping work, repaving the driveway, getting that new roof, the new deck. They want to show that stuff off. So there's going to be more inventory. And that's good for buyers because it gives them more opportunities to buy. Buyers out there who are only looking for new constructions, it will be highly competitive. You're probably not going to get any sort of real deals. If you're a buyer and you're looking for a possible deal and everybody else is looking at that shiny object from new constructions, and who would, right? Shiny object new constructions are incredible. But if you're a buyer looking for the deal, there might be some deals in some of these fixer-uppers. If you have some cash and you look at a lower price point, but in a good neighborhood, and it just needs TLC, the bathrooms, the kitchens, the living rooms, you could get a real deal and you can have a great property for you and your family for the long term. To all the sellers out there, this is an incredible time to put your property on the market, that spring, summer. Right now, in that February, March time, pre-spring, summer, is also a good time because there's less, let's just be honest, competition. There's less properties on the market, which means that buyers really have less properties to choose from. And if your property is good property, priced right, it will do really well. However, if you can wait to the spring, summer, and you can take the photos and you can market the property when it's beautiful and done correctly, and the weather is perfect, it will show really well. And I think that you're going to have even more buyers during that time. However, the tough part for you as a seller is that more inventory will come on, which makes more competition, which makes A buyer have more options, which means that there's more pricing out there that they can try to play off one another, you and a neighbor. You're also going to be competing, sellers, this spring, summer with new inventory of new constructions that are being built all the way through the last couple of years to be put on the market now that you're going to compete with. That's good and bad. It's bad because, again, it's just one more thing for you to compete with and one more piece of inventory that's going to hit the market. It's good in that those properties should sell at high price points and set the record, which should increase your property value. All of this being said, it is never more important than right now to understand how to work with a professional and how to find a professional who knows about your specific market and how to market your specific product. We have broken a lot of records and a lot of associations between condos and townhouses and single family homes this past year because we knew how to market a property that was priced really aggressive and high, but it was so unique and different that we knew how to get a buyer specifically for that. So working with a professional who knows how to do that could be the difference between whether or not your house sells and at what price it does sell for. Okay, builders, specifically builders and developers who are thinking about finishing this beautiful new construction, putting it on the market in the spring and summer of 2025. I applaud you because I know how hard that is. You got to buy the land right. You got to go through the process of foundation, framing, go through the permitting, get it all set, wait all of that time, get it staged, furnished, and then ready to market. But let me congratulate you because you should be setting new record sale prices for your product in your specific area. Again, the most important thing is keep in mind is who is marketing the property to set it apart from all the other new constructions that will be hitting this market. We will see a boom of increased inventory this spring, summer. So keep that in mind when you're pricing and marketing your property and make sure you do it with a professional who can do it right. In 2024, we did a lot of pre-construction marketing on properties, and we will continue to do that in 2025. The reason being is with technology today and the way that we market, we can take a property that's just framed or just the foundation, and we can start to show an end user what that property will look like completely finished. Having that end user, that buyer, think about building and finishing the house as a custom or buying it before it's finished because now they could walk through the living room, walk through the kitchen, see what the differences will be in countertops or floors or the type of layout. And with technology and marketing to be done like that, you can now even compete with those finished products. But who you use and how it gets done, again, sets everything apart and makes all the difference. And to the investors out there, commercial, residential, buy and hold, apartment buildings, right now is a difficult time to find certain type of deals. For example, if you're a cash flow investor, Fairfield County is going to be very difficult. Maybe a couple of pockets, but the general MLS is not going to give you a lot of cash flowing properties because these multifamilies are doing really well in this market. And a lot of these people looking to sell are not necessarily distressed. So they're making great income on their property. So if you want a cash flowing property, you're going to want to look outside of Fairfield County mainly, although there are still some in Fairfield County. Look outside of Fairfield County. I'm an investor outside of Fairfield County as well, and there are great cash flowing options for you if you leave that area. Of course, feel free to reach out. I'd love to help you out with that if you have any questions. Now, if you're an appreciation buyer looking to buy, make a little cash flow, and then you want to actually have this property appreciate, Fairfield County is fantastic for that, because the appreciation value on multifamily and investments have gone up and up and up and up and are really booming. Sacrifice is less cash flow. The long-term play is great appreciation. You have to buy right and know the specific areas of Fairfield County that are appreciating even more than everybody else and the type of appreciation that you're getting in certain type of products. Again, for this specific information, please feel free to reach out. So with 2025 here and the spring, summer right around the corner, I hope that was enough information for you guys to be able to at least start to understand where we could be going with this. The biggest caveat for all of this, though, is whatever topic you're in, whether you're an investor, a builder developer, a buyer, or a seller, every town, every neighborhood, every county is different. So knowing specifically the product you're going after or selling, price points, how to market it, to who, how, and why is going to be really important. One topic and one group we didn't talk a lot about is specifically high-end luxury. High-end luxury is going to be a little bit of an outlier in 2025 because although rates have stabilized, a lot of the statistics that we're seeing are not including off-market deals, and they're also not including high-end price points. So what we're finding in high-end price points is there's still a lot of cash being done out there because people feel like I'd rather buy it cash than go into these higher interest rates. So deals are being done, and off-market is a great place for buyers to find properties and also sellers to put their properties if they don't want it on the general MLS. For those specific things, we are fantastic at doing the off-market exclusives. So if you have any questions about finding an off-market deal or listing an off-market property, especially if it's in the high end, please feel free to reach out. But again, with all the different groups that we talked about, specifically speaking, making sure you're working with a professional who knows your product, buying, selling, investing, and what it is your goals are for your lifestyle and your life and your family and whatever it is the utmost and the most important. Real estate is not general, it's not national, it's hyper local, not only to that seller who's looking to sell for their specific need or that buyer who's looking to move on to the next step in their life. Their lifestyle is the most important thing. So there you have it. Builders, developers, buyers, sellers, and investors. That's a ton of information for you guys for the predictions of the spring, summer real estate market. Now, separate from all the different things we just talked about, I want you to take this and I want you to keep this in mind. Most important thing that you can do for yourself and your family, your real estate needs is work with the professional who's best suited to help you achieve your goals and whatever real estate side or venture you're going in. And I'd love to be that person for you. Hop onto our newsletter, check us out on social media, reach out to me anytime with any questions. I'll be right there for you in anything that you need. Mike Ferraro, till next time.